So we're discussing Luke Cage, the new Netflix original series. Follow-up, could you call it a follow-up to Daredevil, Jessica Jones?
Well, again, it's kind of part of that whole, I guess, that new universe they're building of, like, that street-level Marvel, you know?
Yeah, okay. So let's cut to the chase. What do you think? Thumbs up? Thumbs down?
Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up. Big thumbs up.
Thumbs up? All right.
Yeah.
I, too, enjoyed the show. We'll just go quickly. Obviously, spoilers ahead, folks. So if you haven't watched it all...
Spoilers.
Yeah, other than we do recommend it, you can jump in and watch the show, and now we're going to go into spoilers. So what did you like about the show, Justin?
Overall, okay. So Luke Cage is just kind of this weird big project that happened at Marvel where it took a lot of, like, you know, interesting creators to develop it in terms of, I guess, like, the director himself. I think he also worked on that show Southland we watched.
Yes, Southland. Also recommended.
Yep. And the music as well. Adrian Young, the producer, he produced a lot of the music as well, too.
Also well known for Black Dynamite.
Oh, yes, one of my favorite movies, Black Dynamite, also recommended.
All right, so what I liked about the show is the setting, Harlem, very beautiful, fantastic looking sets. I don't know where exactly they filmed it. I want to say New York, like Manhattan.
Yeah, Manhattan. Yeah, Harlem's in Manhattan, man.
Yeah, but did they film it on location?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Awesome. Harlem's beautiful.
It's uptown.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's where they filmed it.
Cast?
Yep.
What else I liked about it was the cast. Mike Coulter is Luke Cage. Wicked casting. I saw him on Good Wife, and a couple other things.
Also recommended?
Yeah. Also, yeah, Good Wife. Yeah, early seasons. But yeah, I thought he was really good as Luke Cage. There was a lot of dudes in the running for Luke Cage too. Like
oh, really?
Tyrese, that Old Spice guy. Who else was up for that? I don't know. Wesley Snipes? No.
Wesley Snipes was not up for Luke Cage.
Morris Chestnut. There's a lot of great people who wanted to play Luke Cage, and it's very cool that Mike Coulter got the part. And it's very cool with these Netflix series that actual Marvel is taking a chance in hiring like kind of relative unknowns for it, which I think is pretty cool. And it is an older cast, which I kind of noticed, which I did like, kind of like seeing these more grizzled veterans of acting. Mike Coulter is actually went to school for acting.
Yeah, he's been acting for a very long time too. Yeah.
Yeah, and
also, I guess as far as actors go, my favorite being Rosario Dawson. She's again so far been in all the kind of Marvel Netflix show, but like she's been a longtime favorite like actor of mine, and my secret TV girlfriend. So great to see her show up in this again. Great, Claire Temple, great character. Let's see more of her in in the Marvel shows.
Yeah. Misty Knight, I thought was a really good addition too. I didn't actually know that she was going to be in this show until she revealed herself as, "Hey, I'm Misty Knight." Like that was pretty cool. And my absolute favorite, Cottonmouth, who kind of stole the show, I think, for the first kind of half of the season. Like he just owned it. Like it was really good. Like he, like say something ironically heroic, like "I'm just getting started" or something.
I'm just getting started.
Like every time, like that, he just pulled that off, and it was so convincing. Like say something even more specific, like "I'm gonna go into your lab, break up your stuff, steal all your money, and I'm gonna take all your guys out."
I'm gonna go into your lab, break up all your stuff, steal your money, and break up your shit.
No, wait. Actually, what are you gonna do? I should probably do something about this, but I'm just gonna laugh it off. Like, how cool is that villain? And we were just discussing earlier that it is cool that these Netflix series, hour-long episodes, get to grow these villains, so you actually care. Like he thought he was saving Harlem.
Yeah.
Like how cool is that? Like he's like, who's gonna build a club like this?
Yeah.
Like,
well, I find like one of the things that I like a lot about the Marvel Netflix shows is that they have more time to spend with the villains, and their villains tend to be far more well-rounded than any of the villains in any of the movies. So it's getting pretty good in terms of like actually building a story like that, and that's what's kind of more interesting about those to me.
Yeah, and that's the benefit of having the 60-minute episodes. And but I will say it was kind of like, we'll go into maybe some dislikes, right?
Yeah, a little bit of dislikes.
Some of the dislikes, the 60-minute episodes, I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to it. I'm used to a 45-minute TV show. But 60-minute episode felt a little long. Sometimes it felt like each episode was stretched out a little bit.
Yes.
Because, 2 episodes together, that's 2 hours. So that's kind of like a feature-length, film length. But it doesn't feel like they cover that much ground. But they are building these characters. So I can't hate on that too much. I would just say that kudos to anyone that tanks all 13 episodes in one sitting.
insane.
insane.
I didn't do one sitting, but I did like
multiple
probably
sittings.
like 3 sittings.
Couple episodes a night, but I think that's also genius to the Netflix formula, dropping everything at once. Which at first I was like, why are they going to do this? Why don't they do one episode a week and then make people subscribe to Netflix longer? But I think it's actually a benefit to. Sorry, we went into another positive, but it's a benefit. Like if you happen to have a weekend off, you can go watch all the episodes instead of only being able to watch 1 or 2 episodes.
Yep.
And then there's no new content out for you. You have to wait till next week, and maybe you're busy next week, so you don't get to watch it again. So I thought that's pretty cool about Netflix. But let's go back to the negatives.
Some negatives. Well, also one of the I think negatives is like love the Marvel Netflix shows, but all of them do not have to be 13 episodes. If, again, as John was saying, with the length of the episodes, being an hour each, it'd be kind of nice sometimes to have them, like, maybe 10 episodes, maybe 9, maybe 8 episodes, something kind of a little bit tighter. That'd be kind of nice, but I get why you're doing 13, because it's a nice like, half-season kind of number, but at the same time, though, keep it a little tighter.
Tighter, so less filler.
Yeah, less filler.
That's cool. I thought the show also was very kind of written a lot more serious than most of the shows, like its competition. I don't know if it's really competition, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Arrow, Flash, those type of shows, it was written a little more serious. So I felt it did have a couple cheesy moments that were a little kind of forced. But,
Listen, I have to disagree with you on that because I do really like Pops calling him Power Man.
Yeah, I felt it was a little extreme. Almost every other sentence with them sitting down and having a conversation. Listen, Power Man. Oh, you're the Power Man. Hey, Power Man. You're a regular Power Man.
Clearly, you do not. You do not have old black uncles.
Yeah, I guess maybe I do.
Clearly, you don't. If you're not used to a nickname coming out all the time.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, like picking up the washing machine was kind of cool. Like it worked in the trailers. But when you watch the episode, you're kind of like, was that really necessary? I guess they wanted to show off his powers, and then Misty Knight, she's investigating the crime, and then she's like, I'm going to school you in basketball, and then kind of, I don't know if it's a cliche move, like she does wreck them in basketball, and then it was cool when she pointed to her initials on the floor and said, MK, that's me, Misty Knight.
It's a little cliche, but at the same time, though, I find sometimes, like, a little cliche, it's not a bad thing. It's cliche for a reason, right? Like, there's a reason why
I guess,
that kind of works.
They can have some fun, so yeah, again, not super hating, just some criticisms.
Call me Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, Mr. Brightside? All right, so I'm going to call you Mr. Brightside every other sentence when we talk about it. All right, Mr. Brightside? All right, anyways, so do we want to cover any more negatives? I don't know if I've got any more.
No, again, overall, I find the cinematography was really good. There's not a lot of negative. Actually, in terms of like this villainy, when Diamondback shows up, not my favorite villain of the series, but I see why he was there, and it does work. But wish is a bit tighter. But other than that, I think pretty positive on Luke Cage is what I'm saying.
So would you have rather not seen Diamondback? Because he's from the original Luke Cage story arc.
Oh yeah,
kind of appears and becomes Power Man. Do you think maybe they could have left him out and they could have cut it to 8 episodes?
They could have.
And had Cottonmouth and Mariah as kind of like the main antagonists, and either just not use Diamondback, or maybe he shows up just 1 episode.
Season 2. Like it always could have been a season 2,
Yeah. Okay.
That could have possibly worked.
Yeah. Okay. So we've covered some positives, some negatives. So let's do a quick ranking. What do you think of the Netflix show? Do you put Luke Cage at the top, or do you put it at the bottom? Do you put it in the Daredevil sandwich? Do you put Jessica Jones at the top? Like Luke Cage was in Jessica Jones as well. I thought his appearances were really good.
Yeah. I'd say overall for me, I'd put Jessica at the top.
Jessica Jones at the top. Yeah.
Because again.
Is it because of the Purple Man villain?
No, I'm big into crime noir, so that being a nice neo noir.
Yeah.
That kind of like really kind of got me going on that. Luke Cage. Actually, no, I'll put Jessica at the top. We'll say Daredevil season 1.
Season 1.
Yeah.
So okay, Luke Cage.
Daredevil season 1. Luke Cage. Daredevil season 2.
Season 2. You didn't think the Punisher factor kicks it up?
I like Punisher Factor, but like season 1, I found was a better story overall.
Yeah. Okay. I would say I would put Luke Cage at the top because I really like the kind of setting. I like all the cast. Maybe Daredevil season 2. Mm-hmm. Just because the Punisher factor, it's very close to jumping over there because the Punisher factor. And then Jessica Jones, and then maybe Daredevil season 1. Just because I felt like I already kind of know Daredevil's origin, that kind of stuff. So
yep.
I felt it was a little slower than I would like, but it was breaking, like groundbreaking when it came out, I would say.
Yeah, this sounds pretty good.
Okay, so
I
cool.
agree with you.
Yeah.
So, John.
You agree with me, but your list is completely different than mine. No.
So, John, Luke Cage comics.
Yeah, Luke Cage comics. So, if you enjoyed Luke Cage, what should you be reading?
I'd say two things to check out for sure is the current book, Power Man and Iron Fist.
Power Man Iron Fist. I'll hold it up quickly here.
And then also, we're going to Power Man and Iron Fist. So essentially, it's written by David Walker. He's written for IDW the book Shaft, as well. He's doing Tarzan and Planet of the Apes right now. And then also Sanford Green, longtime standing artist, great artist. They're both working on this book and making it the most fun book you can possibly have with these characters as they kind of like, reunite their friendship. And that's one of the things you're going to be seeing later on in Marvel shows where Luke Cage and Iron Fist become the best of friends. And that's going to be
Yeah, I hope the chemistry, I hope the actors, really have good chemistry. I think that would really pop.
Well, that's kind of the point, right?
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Kind of like us.
Yeah, Iron Fist, yeah.
We're friends, right?
Yeah. All right. So, Power Man Iron Fist, there's also a new Luke Cage series.
By Jenny Tartakovsky, the creator of Samurai Jack. It's a really nice throwback comic if you like, 70s Luke Cage. Recently, I actually read the Marvel Masterworks Luke Cage, which kind of was written by, Billy Graham did the art, as well as George Tuska. And it's some really interesting stuff. Again, early 70s comics, and it's kind of groundbreaking in the way of there was nothing like that before, and this is kind of the first time. And it's back to the tiara, back to the blouse, and the chain belt, and it's pretty fun. I highly recommend checking that out too.
Full out retro costume on that one. I will recommend New Avengers run. Brian Michael Bendis, Lino Francis Yu had some wicked Luke Cage moments. I'll drop a couple of them just now. One scene he's fighting the Hand on the roof. He gets thrown off the roof, gets back in the elevator, rides up to the top of the building, and jumps right back into the fight. That was awesome. Also, part of the New Avengers run, the Civil War crossover, where Luke Cage refuses to leave Harlem and stands up against kind of Iron Man and his team,
thugs,
which basically want to take him down. So it's Luke Cage versus pretty much, I think it was S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
Yeah.
All of S.H.I.E.L.D., that was really well done. And then, of course, if you haven't read Jessica Jones, the original series Alias, Luke Cage appears in there off and on. And the Daredevil series, of course, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and everybody kind of shows up in that series. So if you haven't read that, definitely.
Also, check out the book The Pulse, because that is Jessica Jones' introduction into the kind of broader Marvel universe, as well as where Luke and Jessica's darling daughter, Danielle Cage, is born. So that's another great book to check out as well.
Oh, yeah, man. We threw out a lot of recommendations. So you guys have got a lot of homework over the next couple weekends. You can Netflix it up and do it all, in one sitting.
Yeah.
Or break it up.
Break it up. So a lot of good books to read.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, so Luke Cage, thumbs up from us. A lot of other recommendations. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's been The Hero's Word. Please subscribe, check out our other videos, and give us a like and some comments if you like.